Well, everyone, it is time once again for Doug Reacts. I think we've settled on that, where I look at various comments that are on our YouTube channel here, Doug Man's Land, most notably with our daily Wordle playthroughs. Love the community that we have here. So many cool people to interact, lots of comments, lots of discussion. I love it to pieces. And it's been a couple of weeks since I did one of these, so I definitely wanted to jump in. And I have it's 3 comments or maybe topics or themes that we're seeing in the comments this week that I would like to touch on. Starting off, and I'm gonna reference this particular comment, and it's in reference to the word guano, which of course was the solution to the March 27th episode of Wordle. And Tim Pending Doom, very good friend of the channel, very good member of our community, writes, "This was the first ever official Wordle answer that was not on Josh Wardle's original answer list," which is an interesting point that Tim Pending Doom makes. It is intriguing. So, of course, obviously for those who weren't aware of this, so Josh Wardle was the gentleman who invented Wordle and originally published it on the World Wide Web back a year and a half ago, I guess, maybe a little longer. It became an internet sensation, and the New York Times purchased the rights to the game, the game itself, from Josh Wardle and moved it to be hosted on the New York Times website. It has been not hugely changed around a lot. Many of Josh Wardle's words in the word list continue to be used today, I guess, as the Wordle dictionary. There is a lady, her name is Tracy Bennett, and she is the official editor of the New York Times Wordle. And I will say that this is an interesting spot. She made the decision to add the word guano to the Wordle, I guess, dictionary and use as a puzzle. I'm not sure what the thought process was. It's an interesting word, and I like it. I'm certainly not arguing against it. But I'll tell you what, I referenced this a couple episodes ago. If there's anyone out there that knows how I might get in touch with Tracy Bennett, I would love for that. I would love to interview Tracy, perhaps on this particular show or on a live stream or something like that on this channel, because there's a lot of really cool questions I'd like to ask her, and not the questions that I think a lot of people would be going after, trying to get spoilers or exclusive scoops or anything. I'm going to talk about the great community that Wordle has created and some of the experiences and the kind of questions that we get asked about this. And I would love to know what Tracy's thought process methodology is to introducing new words into the library. So no promises here, but if I find some way to get in touch and let them know about what we do here, and if they're fans, the good folks at the Times, maybe we'll make it happen. Who knows? Stay tuned. I guess that's all I can say on that, right? All right, so let's move on to topic number 2 of 3. Interesting one. So the puzzle for March 22nd, let's see, a few weeks back, was the word duvet. D-U-V-E-T, which I believe didn't know the definition, or I requested that we put the definition up on the screen. So it's basically a comforter. And I don't recall ever having the word duvet used in my language, and I'm born in the United States, spent almost all of my life here in the U.S. But it's interesting. Sam Bright wrote, we in the UK often scratching our heads because of American spelling, so it was nice to see a commonly used word here. Stumping the best. Love your daily Wordle, Doug. So some interesting comments. Chris B writing, yeah, the typical American spelling of duvet is comforter. And that's why I love this community so much. I love the fun humor that happens here. But interesting to see that sometimes with Wordle, you're not just playing a game, you're really expanding your vocabulary and kind of taking a tour of maybe words that are used locally in terms of when you think of the entire globe. things that are used in one country but not necessarily another. So interesting. I just thought it was interesting to bring up and fun conversation again in our comment sections. The third and final topic I wanted to touch on today, and I'm going to call it the subject of, and maybe it's the 800-pound gorilla in the room here. I'll call it affectionately the hard mode conversation, right? So here we've had a few comments lately writing, those wordlers that just spend the first 3 to 4 guesses trying 15 to 20 letters, then just having a simple unscramble. This is becoming one of those channels. Sad emoji. And Spencer Sharp wrote in a comment, "Hey, Doug, when are you going to play this on expert mode? You've gone a year using a handicap. In expert mode, you're not allowed to do eval words. I'm pretty sure if you log into New York Times Wordle, it automatically makes this a rule, and you have to actually switch it off. Playing as a guest gives you the ability to use eval words, but it's way too easy." So here's the thing. I am not someone to shy away from controversy, or if there's something going on in the community that seems to be a hot topic, I don't run from anything or anyone, so I'll take this head on. I'm going to put it to you simple. I've always considered the style of what I'm doing to be very casual. I feel that I represent the casual Wordle player that's not looking to compete necessarily, not looking at this in terms of, of all my friends, I got the word in 2 guesses today. I kind of see myself as more chill, laid back, kind of casual player. Having fun with other folks that enjoy casual playthroughs of Wordle. Relaxed atmosphere. A few things. So, as was mentioned, particularly by that first comment, yeah, there's a bunch of folks that will play Wordle each and every day here on the YouTube. They're all amazing content creators, and they have different styles. So there are some, we'll call them the internet wordlers, that are perhaps more focused on the competitive aspects of this, the challenging aspects of this. And I think there's some that are more kind of, again, looking for relaxed atmosphere. And again, that's where I think I fall on that spectrum. There's something for everyone in the YouTube or the online Wordle community, and I think that's awesome. I certainly hope you'll continue to watch this particular show, but I find myself leaning more on the casual side. Now, having said that, I'm not opposed to experimenting with trying hard mode on the daily Wordle from time to time. I can see us doing that. So maybe we'll go ahead, and it's going to be very important to me when we choose to try that, is to get as much feedback as possible. I'm willing to experiment. So there you go. Thank you, and thank you so much. There's no negative energy here. I do not take any of these comments as anything negative or personal. It doesn't bother me. I appreciate the fact that these folks that commented here are passionate enough about this to say something. That tells me there's interest. So I thank you for that. Well, folks, thank you for taking the journey with me on the Doug Mansland channel. Like I said, I love playing Wordle each day. We do that. Of course, we also have live streams once a week, typically on Wednesdays, call them Word Game Wednesday. And of course, a reminder, we do have, if you want to help the channel out, we have a membership site. It's $4 a month. You get some emojis for our live streams and badges. There's also very exclusive content that only members get to see. We play Wordle on Tuesdays, and we do a show called Doug versus Doug on Thursdays, where I test myself to see if I can do better in a Wordle from 1 year prior, which I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, so I certainly don't remember the Wordle from a year ago, and see if I can get it in as many guesses or less. So lots of fun stuff here on the channel. Of course, there are close to 1,000 unique videos now on this channel, so if you just want to binge and enjoy relaxing and chilling out with some word game fun, I mean, you can just, before you go to bed at night, you can just fire up the playlist for Wordle or Quordle, whatever you're fancy, and have some fun. I know a lot of people do that. People tell me that, and I just find that cool. So however you like to enjoy the content here, be free to do so. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next time on Doug Reacts here on Doug Mansland.